Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2019. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today guys on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like, it really helps out the channel. And now we are going to be playing with Vikarays Rayquaza, one of the decks that has been winning all over the place in Australia and Europe, and then, doing well rather in Australia and Europe. And also in the United States, we have Rayquaza Vikarays with 3 non-GX attackers to help the matchup against the Shrine decks, the Baby Boss Shrine decks more specifically, where this list by Gonzalo Pereira is not too different from what we've seen lately, but it does have an inclusion of an interesting couple of attackers. So we have Vikarays, which allows the deck to work. You go strong charge, you search your deck for a grass and a lightning, and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like. Then Rayquaza GX is your main hitter when playing against GX decks, because Dragon Break, dealing 30 damage for every basic lightning and grass energy that you have in play, ends up being a really good combination with Vikarays, as Dragon Break just deals more and more damage for all the energy that you have in play, basically to be able to 1-KO whatever is in front of you. Now we also have the Tempest GX attack, which allows you to set up, basically you discard your hand and you draw 10 cards, which is really good. And then for the non-GX attackers, we have 2 Shining Lugias with Argent Wing, dealing 60 damage, and if the opponent's Pokemon has an ability, you deal 60 more. And then Air Force deals 130 damage, which is coincidentally a 1-KO on Baby Puzzle and basically all the things in the Shrine deck. The Fighting Resistance is also a very welcome addition, as it does greatly reduce the damage that Baby Puzzle can do in the early game to you. And then we also have a Shaman with its Flippity Flap attack, which allows you to shuffle your hand into your deck and draw 6 cards, so basically a Cynthia. So it could help you set up a little bit, and then Rally Back does 30 damage plus 90 more if one of your opponent's Pokemon was knocked out by damage during their last turn. Letranger, why not Grass Delmice? Because the Grass Delmice can't attack in the next turn after it deals 130, so it's a drawback. I personally do like the Grass Delmice, but there's also Shining Lugia as an option. Shining Lugia is also a lot more expensive than the Delmice, so that's also a factor. And Great Illusions, Grass Delmice does KO bots. Grass Delmice hits for exactly 130 damage, so it does KO. We also have the One More Shadow to use Let Loose plus Tempest, which is a really cool combination. And then we have 2 Tablemon for setup support. Supporters wise, we have 4 Cynthia, 4 Guzma, 2 Pokemon Fan Club, 2 Volkner, and 1 Steven's Advice. So very interesting that we see 0 Lily in the deck at this point. I feel like 1 Lily, 3 Cynthia would be a very nice way to go about it. The Double Fan Club I like, because if you're going second, you really need to get the Grubbins out, 2 Grubbins out, so that if one goes down, you have the other one to go up to Vikarays. And then I really like the Steven's Resolve. It's probably one of my favorite cards in this deck. 4 Ultra Ball for Candy for maximum consistency, double Nest Ball and double Mysterious Treasure to search for other stuff. 2 recovery cards in the Energy Recycler system, or Energy Recycler, sorry, and then 2 Rescue Stretcher for Pokemon, and then the 1 Escape Rope to help you in weird situations. 7 of each energy, round out the deck, and so let's jump into a ladder and see how we can do with the Vikarays by Gonzalo. I got second place at a League Cup this past Saturday with Vikarays as well. I was using 2 Delmice because I don't have Shining Lugia. And instead of a 3rd non-GX attacker, instead of the Shaman, I was using Sudowoodo to make it so that Zorg cannot KO you with a full bench plus Choice Band plus Stadium plus Professor Kukui. So that was my plan against Zorg, and it definitely worked pretty well. But Gonzalo chose to use the Shaman. Other than that, I didn't have Lilies, I didn't have Fan Clubs, but basically the deck works out the same. So I do get to go first, which is always really good with this deck, because it puts a lot less pressure on you to get the turn 1 double Grubbin, right? Whereas if you go second, then your opponent already had turn 2 set up to potentially evolve, and that's where things start getting very tricky. We do seem to be up against Baby Postcard Shrine, and I do top deck the Vikavolt with the Rare Candy already in my hand, so... The pure fighting, like the deck box, I feel like this means... Like, it doesn't mean anything, but it could mean that my opponent is not playing... is not playing the Shrine deck, but rather Buzz Rock. So do I want to use Stormy Winds? I will. I want to high roll and I whiff. I whiff on the Stormy Winds. I could try for another one, but I'm just going to pass for it now. Shining Lugia is very expensive indeed, Litranger. I definitely didn't buy them at the right time. And now I'm a bit like, I don't really want to buy them. If I must, then I probably will, but I'd really rather not. Yeah, I'd really rather not, but we'll see. So, ooh, we're gonna see a Guzma. Are we gonna see, onto the Ray actually. I thought we were gonna see like Diancie, Beast Energy, KO Grubbin. And that would not have been great. We see the Oranguru. My opponent's hand probably not the best either. I feel like my opponent did me a favor by doing that. It is a Shrine deck actually. Oh my gosh. So big misplay on getting the Ray. Well, not necessarily a misplay. Not necessarily a misplay. Just like I didn't know. Could have been Buzz Rock. I guess you probably just want to go for Lugia anyways. Just to be extra safe. If you don't, against an unknown opponent, Shrine is a lot more popular than Buzz Rock. And Purple Cliff, thank you so much. Thank you so much. 2 months in a row. Thank you so much for renewing your subscription. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. How are you doing, Purple? Thank you so much. I'll be renewing mine to your channel very soon. Very soon. Okay, so we see an Acrobat. My opponent has lost another Rainbow Energy, which is good news. To see a Sledgehammer for 30, not the biggest of deals. And we do get a Lightning. So, definitely gonna get Vikavolt up here. So again, I want to high roll with the Rayquaza again. Or do I? Oh, no, never mind. I have the knockout on this guy, right? I have the knockout on this guy, so I'm actually not going to do that. Because he attached the because he was only able to get the Rainbow. So, like, as long as this Ray gets 2 prizes, that's an okay trade-off for us, right? If one Rayquaza gets 2 prizes, then you are still good to go. Yeah, you're still good to go. So we're gonna go Dragon Break. We only have the Lugia. That's really good news as well. So I'm feeling confident. I'm definitely feeling confident. Kevin, no jugaré Hupastilix hoy, pero sí lo jugaré eventualmente. Probablemente el miércoles. Okay, so we see another Rainbow. And Guard is only dealing 40 damage. So my opponent might actually stomp off here. So a super awkward start for my opponent will mean that... okay, decides 40 damage is worth it. Could be 70 with a Choice Band. But I'm really not worried about at this point anymore. Because, like I said, like one Ray taking 2 prizes and then he takes 2 prizes, that's a good trade-off. That's 2 for 2. And I am okay with that. I am completely okay with that. If Ray only takes 1 prize, then you're at a disadvantage. But trading 2 for 2 is completely fine. So I'm going to go ahead and Strong Charge onto a Lugia. Now, I kind of want a Volkner for a Nest Ball in order to get another Grubbin, because my opponent might go attach Guzma, KO my Vikavolt, and that would be a bit of a problem. I did grab the Lightning because I already have an energy in my hand, and in case I want a Strong Charge next turn, then I'm gonna go ahead and Dragon Break for 1 million damage, take a prize. Okay, so we do see an Ultra Ball, 1 million indeed, the White Snake. So yeah, Koopa Steelix, guys. I know Koopa Steelix Wailord. I know that deck has gathered a lot of attention. I will be playing that deck, just not today. Yeah, probably on Wednesday, because I don't think I'll have time to stream tomorrow. I have to do some things in the afternoon. And I have a lot of coaching. Tuesday is now my most what's the word? My busiest day of coaching. So that's probably why I keep missing streaming on Tuesdays consistently. Okay, so we see Macargo probably gonna grab an energy so that he can sledgehammer KO my Rayquaza and even up the price count, but that's honestly fine. I still have my V-Gold, I have another Grubbin, I have an Energy Recycler, I don't have too many item cards in the discard pile, which is great, and then Shining Lugia can just go boom, boom, KO, 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 KO. Shaman is also there, so between Shining Lugia and Shaman and potentially V-Gold, we should be able to take our 6 prize cards, yeah? We really should be able to. And yeah, maybe at some point I'll play the Slowking Macargo deck as well. Okay, so there's a knockout. And guys, don't forget to follow me on Twitter if you haven't yet, at Tablemon. Really trying to grow my Twitter since it's the smallest social media account that I have right now. So if you guys could help me with a follow, it would be very, very appreciated. So only 3 item cards. I'm gonna go ahead and strong charge onto Shining Lugia. And I even have a Kuzma in case my opponent tries to stall the V-Gold or something. I'll attach the grass to a Shaman because why not? And then we're gonna go Air Force. The extra energy helps because in case, like, there's no way, well, there is a way. I could potentially lose a V-Gold, but then I don't need to like keep finding energy to strong charge. So I'm pretty sure this is good. And my opponent cannot Kuzma and Kukui, so Garwood can't even knock out Shaman, which is huge. There's the Beast, but we're no longer in Sledgehammer turn. So my opponent will deal 40 damage to me, which is not a big amount. And there's a Choice Band, that also doesn't matter. That also doesn't matter. Yeah. This is what happens with the deck. Like, your non-GX attackers are better than your opponent's non-GX attackers. So that's how you win. Right? It's the same with the Malamar matchup, where like if you have 2 Deoxys, your Deoxys are much better at taking prizes than your opponents. Even your Malamars can take down Garbodors, which is really good. So there's a lot going on there. So Malamar does have a less of a good time against that deck than Vikaray. You saw someone played 4 Guzzlord and 56 energy. That's, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure at some point I tried something like that. Not 56 energy, but just a lot of energy. Probably at least 30. And then like Guzmas and Nestballs, something like that. Yeah, I don't see how this Shrine deck is going to win here. In order to beat Vikaray, you need Vikaray to start off badly, or to not have good non-GX attackers, which usually they do. Okay. You love playing Zorbanet against Shrine decks? How come? Hey man. How come? Okay, so 40 damage with the Beast Energy is a very sad amount. Even the Weavile is not even a threat. Even the Weavile is just not a threat whatsoever. Like, is there any way my opponent can knock me out? I have 3 items in my discard pile, so Garb can hit for 80. Weavile can hit for 50. So the energy on the Shining Lugia makes a lot of sense. I just make sure that I can attack back to back to back, right? And let's keep Lugia with one of each energy. I get another energy of the prizes. I have energy recycler. Even a judge puts me down to 4, not to 2. So why is it an easy matchup? Hey man, I don't think it's an easy matchup. How big was the cup that I got second at, Dalton? It was 29 masters, so nothing impressive. Yeah, it was really funny though because we knew that 2 3-1-1s were going to be left out if everyone ID'd in the last round, so no one ID'd. So one person at 3-2 made it in at 8th place, and that's the guy who beat me in the finals. The guy who squeaked in 8th place with a 3-2 record, he ended up winning the whole thing. That was pretty sad for me. And Dylan, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the extra bits. Very kind of you. Very kind of you. And Destiny, thank you so much for the follow. Thank you so much for the follow. Yep. Like, my opponent might actually try to icy win here. That might honestly be his best and only play. Blizzard Cookie, that's 70. That's 70 damage. That's not enough to knock out my 130 HP Shining Lugia. You have 3 devoured fields, but I don't know. Like, yeah, Bennett can definitely be difficult for those decks, for this deck to deal with though. Okay, so he does decide to put me to sleep. I do in fact flip tails. However, I top deck another Shining Lugia. I mean, it didn't matter. I was just gonna retreat into the Rally Back Shaman. I mean, Guzma retreat and then just take another KO, but now I don't even have to lose that energy. I'm gonna go ahead and attach. I'm gonna go ahead and strong charge onto a Shining Lugia, and then I'm gonna Kuzma KO the Macargo. Kuzma KO the Macargo, and that should be game. That should be game, because no matter what goes down, I can just take my last prize card. Yeah, I can just take my last prize card here. Okay. Yeah, there's no out for my opponent. He would need to put me to sleep forever. Literally forever. And it seems like he's gonna Guzma. Seems like he's going to Guzma, or try to find a Guzma to take like a last prize card attempt, but that's gonna be it. That's gonna be it. Okay, so yeah, we wake up, we get the victory. Pretty easy match. Victarian, thanks so much for being here. Is that Victarian for Game of Thrones? Is that Victarian for Game of Thrones? And someone followed, I think. Thank you so much, everyone, for the follows, for the bids, for the subscriptions. And yeah, let's play another game with Vikaray, Lugia, Shaman. So it's like all the legendary Pokemon. Yeah, all the legendary Pokemon in the same deck with the gold as support. And David, thank you so much for the follow, very kind of you. welcome to the table leavers. Thank you so much. And I would like to go first. So not the best start, not the worst. The Mysterious Treasure does allow me to search for Layla for Stevens. And yeah, thank you so much, David, for the host. The price on Shining Lugia is pretty high right now indeed. So we seem to be up against another Shrine deck potentially. So, what's the discard here? Is it the Ultra Wall or is it the Guzma? I think it's the Ultra Wall. Yeah, let's go Ultra Wall. So, grabbing Lele for sure. And Stevens is in there. So I'm very tempted to grab Rare Candy V Gold off of this Stevens. Probably not a good idea, but I'm tempted. I just said I'm tempted, you know? Maybe not the worst idea, honestly. But no, let's just go Rare Candy. We already have the V Gold. And then let's go an Energy. No, let's go a Shining Lugia, because I have a feeling we are up against another Shrine deck. Let's go a Shining Lugia and let's go an Energy. I even have a Guzma in case I can pick something off with the Lugia. Hopefully no more Shadow on turn 1 if this is Malamar Shrine like I suspected to be. Do see a TC immediately, and we see the raw turn 1 Judge. So really unfortunate there. Really unfortunate there, especially if my opponent is only running 1 Judge. There's the Shrine. Okay, so I mean, I can technically set up the V-Gold this turn by going Lele Volkner, but that doesn't seem great. How did my opponent have the raw Judge? That is honestly very unfortunate. And never mind, I actually cannot do that. So I think I'm gonna have to Stormy Winds here. Too bad the Guzma is essentially useless. I'm not gonna use Stormy Winds. I'm gonna go ahead and attach. I'm gonna go ahead and Guzma. The Guzma is useless. It's only a switching tool card for me. And then we're gonna go Tempest. Yeah, Tempest is the only option here. Unfortunately, we do get Rare Candy V Gold, so we can start taking prizes, but we really need this raid to start putting up in a lot of work. Okay. Okay. So, okay, definitely going for the Rare Candy here, obviously. Grabbing an Energy, I don't think I lose anything by doing that. Having 2 GXs in play is really rough though, but it's not like my opponent has a stellar hand here, right? It's not like my opponent has a super stellar hand. So let's go ahead. I kind of want to keep the Shining Lugia as clean as possible, so I'm gonna go ahead and Strong Charge onto the active. Follow the energies and then attaching a lightning to the V-Gold. And let's go Dragon Break. And then I might end up benching the Shaman, I might end up benching the Shining Lugia. The Shrine of Punishment is super annoying, but we shall see. It doesn't seem like my opponent drew too well off of the Judge, right? Yeah, doesn't seem like it. He does have a counter energy already right there, so now I think I go Strong Charge onto a Shining Lugia. There's no way for me, oh no, there is. I can save the Grubbin, which is really good. I definitely should do that, because I top decked that Rare Candy very luckily. very, very luckily, I'm gonna go ahead and discard these two. And I'll set up another Vika Vault, and I could start loading up another Shining Lugia, but I don't want to have them get too damaged. The Ray being on the bench or in the active doesn't actually matter, so I'm just gonna keep Dragon Breaking, and then we might win just based off of the fact that we Tempested. Okay. So, do we win? Do we win? Not quite. No, yes, we definitely do win. We definitely do win. We just double strong charge and get a KO on the active. We have exactly 4 energy. So that's another win. Yeah, that's another win. That is another win. So many new and interesting decks in Standard. In contrast to all the Zoro and Bust meta from before. And Mr. Nister, I already played with Sylvian the last hour. So that's why you are seeing a different deck. I'm playing with all the, well, not all. I'm playing with 5 different Frankfurt decks that got top 8. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, pretty straightforward game. Very nice there. And let's jump into another one. Yeah, let's jump into another one. No reason not to. So yeah, thank you so much guys for being here today. Any Steelix today? No, Dalton. Steelix will be on Wednesday. Unfortunately, no Steelix today. Okay, so this might be a Ray mirror match where we are going second, which is not ideal. So I think I'm gonna lead with the Shining Lugia, because if my opponent gets a really good start, we can just force him to have Kuzma. But no, we see a Trubbish. Oh jeez, I keep falling for my opponent's deception. The only fighting deck bugs, the Rayquaza's leave and deck bugs. Darn. Okay, never mind. This is Zoro Guard, so the Ray is actually really okay here. The Ray is actually really okay. And we're gonna see a Lily. Why didn't I win Frankfurt? I can't win tournaments that I don't go to, Burrito Boy. What do I think about the format, Sir Pandage? I think it's pretty balanced. I think, the song from the Lego movie, Everything is Awesome. I feel like that applies to Standard right now, but you just change awesome for viable. Like, everything is viable, right? It's like, you can just choose your favorite deck and it has a chance. And I like that to an extent. Thoughts on Friend Ball over Great Ball in Zoroark, Tribute on Shroomish? I think it's an okay choice. At the very least, it will almost always let you find a Psychic Pokemon to grab Lele. And then in mirror matches, it's really good. Against the Shrine decks, it's really good. Okay, so... The Fan Club top deck is actually insane here. I'm gonna grab the double Grubbin. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the double Grubbin. Blaziken and Ho. I mean, Blaziken and Ho is probably better suited in expanded, but yeah, I mean, why not? And then energy onto the Ray, and then we pass. Awesome answer. Thank you, Zerpandit. I wanted to make a meme, like a meme image of that, but I didn't have the time. That feels like standard. After seeing like Steelix and Sylveon, and then Shaman and Vikaray, and then Shrine and Malamar Shrine and Malamar decks and Zoric decks, it's like everything is playable, right? Everything is playable, so the Lego movie song applied to the standard format. So what do you think about playing Zoric over Swampert in Guardy Sylveon? Possibly. Yeah, possibly. I mean, they should... Okay, so here's the thing. Having a Swampert on the bench, it does take up a rare candy, and obviously it's more difficult to set up, but there's also the part where... he's not gonna KO me. I actually wanted him to knock out the Grubbin. I would not have minded that. So I definitely Voltner for a rare candy here, right? A rare candy and an attachment for the turn. And then I'm gonna Ultra Ball these two, because my next play will probably be to Kuzma. What song applies to expanded format? That's a good question. Pixel hungry. But yeah, what I was saying about Swampert is like it's a non-GX 160 HP Pokemon that can't be like sledgehammered. So it's not as an attractive price card as Zoric. So it's actually like it probably will stay longer on the bench. It's just more difficult to get out, right? So it's like different. Honestly, I could Tempest. Tempest could be the right call here. Tempest could be the right call, but then if I lose, if I lose, if my opponent has another DC, then I just lose the Ray, and that would be awful. I think I just have to be patient-ish. No, let's not be patient. Let's not be patient, and let's aggressively Tempest here. This might be a bit greedy, but it is what it is. My opponent needs a DC and a basic, right? A DC and a basic, he will knock out potentially my Rayquaza, but then Shining Lugia could put in some work against the Zoric. The Marshadow could put in some work as well. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, so thank you so much, Catamount Gaming, for the follow. Very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. And Mudkip can be grabbed by opponent's Brooklet Heal as well. That's a small pro to running Mudkip. It also has 70 HP, which is also nice. Opponent does find a DC, does have the extra basic Pokemon, so goodbye Rayquaza. No worries, Dunpeel. Like, it's okay, right? It's okay to try out Zoric with Guardy, right? I'm just saying, like, there's definitely a big benefit to having Swampert. Yeah, a big benefit. Ace Trainer returning could be okay. Yeah. Wow. Wait. What? My opponent chooses to break through. I 100% disagree with that play. I 100% disagree with that play. Why? Why would you break through there? That might lose my opponent the game. That's my 4th item card. I'm gonna go ahead and strong charge. That was a really odd decision. I feel like knocking out the Ray would have been much better. So, am I going to Guzma? Knock out the Garb? Am I just gonna knock out the active? I think I am going to Guzma, knock out the Garb. That feels better. I eliminate a small-ish threat, and then my opponent might just go Guzma KO the Vikabolt. But then I go Volkner, attach, choice band. Oh no, this doesn't have choice band. This like well, I go Volkner, Ultra Ball for Rayquaza, Stormy Winds, choice band. I mean not choice band, attach, KO, right? So I think this is fine. This should be fine. As long as my Stormy Winds doesn't hit 3 item cards, I should be fine. Doesn't get knocked out by an early Sledge Jet Punch, that is true. Okay. So my opponent just insists on promoting the Latios. Really insists on promoting the Latios. Maybe in preparation of a Guzma play. Not really sure. I feel like you need to be more aggressive at this point. I feel like you need to be more aggressive. There we see the Guzma, it was indeed the Guzma, but like, why wait a turn, right? My opponent had knockout on this Rayquaza the previous turn. Why wait one more turn? Like, why spread that 30 on the Vikabolt? How's that helping my opponent? If his plan wasn't to knock out Vikabolt anyways. Yeah? I definitely don't agree with how my opponent did that play. With only 4 item cards in the discard pile, this Ray is just gonna take 3 more prizes. Right, it'll knock out a Zorg and then it will knock out a Trubbish. I'm probably gonna bench this guy. And then I don't think I'm even gonna. No, I need to Stormy Winds. Never mind. I need to Stormy Winds here. And 0 item cards, that's beautiful. 2 energy though. 2 energy, which is a little bit scary. I still have enough, right? No! Oh my gosh. Yikes. Okay, so I'm gonna have to Volkner. Oh, geez, I should have checked that before. I'm gonna have to Volkner for Stretcher. Or an Ultra Wall. Maybe an Ultra Wall is better. That was so silly. But it's okay. It's okay. That was so silly. That was so silly. I like the discard. The discard is what got to me. So hopefully not 3 items this time around. 2. Okay. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still not enough to KO my Ray. Right? Still not enough. He needs Garb, Energy, Choice Band, Kukui. Garb, Energy, Choice Band, Kukui. That's 4 cards. And 2 energy price as well. Promotes the Latios. So my opponent insists on promoting the Latios. If he spreads 30-30 here, we are definitely winning this one. Because we take a KO and then we attach, and then we just attach Guzma KO Lele for the game. Okay, we see a devoured field. That's step 1. But even then, like, devoured field, no, that would be a problem. My opponent needs a lot. Either he whips this turn or he whips the next one. Yeah, there's the energy commitment, so. And there's the breakthrough, so that's game. That is going to be 100% the game. So all I need to do is be patient here. I'll take a KO, then I attach Guzma KO. the Lele for the win. Sure, Garb can take a knockout. My opponent has not played Judge, so I have Mysterious Treasure, Lele, and the Raw Guzmas as outs. I have 2 Guzmas, 1 Lele, 2 Stretchers, 1 Ultra Wall, and 1 Mysterious Treasure. 7 outs out of my 20 card deck, 21 card deck, in order to get the Guzma and an energy, I guess, in case my opponent plays a Judge here. Right? Plays a Judge. Mysterious Treasure. Why Volkner there over Fan Club? Because I wasn't sure if the 4th Ray was in the deck or not. So Volkner gives me the option to rescue Stretcher. Yeah, I was in the mentality of my weekend list, which had 3 Rayquazas, not 4. Yeah. Why aren't we playing Jankram? What do you mean? Hi Venus. Yeah, so I wasn't sure if the last Ray was in the deck or not. That's why. This weekend I played 3 Rays, 2 Delmice, 1 Sudowoodo. So I was just not 100% sure if if the thing was in there. Yeah, and we can just top deck the Guzma rather than go search for it. So that's gonna be the game. I feel like my opponent definitely made a few suboptimal plays. Especially one where he spread a second time onto the Zork. So yeah, 3 games with Ray, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like. If you're watching live with me on Twitch, don't go anywhere, guys. Our next deck is the Frankfurt 3rd place, which is the Malamar Shrine deck, which should be an interesting play and has Shining Lugia as well. Pixel Hungry, this weekend I played Delmice, not Shining Lugia. But I do think now that maybe Shining Lugia is better, I just don't have any. That's why. But yeah, I do feel Shining Lugia is just a little bit better than the Delmice. So thank you guys, don't go anywhere. I will be right back in just a second.